What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you on YouTube, and today I've got some football focus. And I want to say, first of all, happy Thanksgiving, guys. It is Thanksgiving night. The Steelers just played a nighttime game on Thanksgiving. I love them being part of the holiday, but I am tired. I just went out to some family functions, had about 4 plates of turkey and some dessert. The tryptophan's kicking in. The only thing keeping me awake tonight was knowing my Steelers were playing the Colts tonight on Thanksgiving night, as they always victimize the Colts. Ben always gets big numbers against the Colts. So does Brown. Tonight was no different. I want to say I hope you guys were blessed today with your families and food and friends and thoughtfulness and peace today, as always. And I hope you count your blessings, not just today, but every day of the year. Football focus real fast. We'll get into a quick review here because, again, you guys are all tired and full. I am tired and full. We all need sleep. So I will let you guys know the Week 12 results of this game. Pittsburgh wins 28-7. Much needed win. That's 2 in a row now. They found their groove. They're getting healthier on defense, getting guys back. On offense, they've kind of calmed down a little bit. They're not the high-flying, deep-passing offense that they were at the beginning of the season. They're dinking and dunking a little more now between the screens to Brown and the screens to Bell. They're doing a lot of short passing with Bell and Brown and just sort of dinking and dunking. But they do mix in some deep passes. It's not all conservative offense. They're using Brown deep a lot, as they did tonight several times. They're going deep to Sammy Coates, even though he's not catching much of anything. But we'll get to some stats real quick in this game. This game was all Pittsburgh. They went ahead 14-0 in 2 consecutive drives. Then the Colts came down and scored a touchdown after a fourth down punt conversion, a fake punt pass by Pat McAfee. They scored. Pittsburgh came back and scored a third time, making it 21-7, and never looked back. The 2 big things on defense were the goal line stoppages. The Colts got down to first and goal to go on 2 different occasions in the second half, and Pittsburgh, I think once in the first half, once in the second, and Pittsburgh stopped them on 4th and goal both times, holding them to no points after long drives. So Pittsburgh only gave up 7 points in the first half and nothing in the second half on defense. Very good job by the defense today. Again, they came to answer the call, getting pressure, dialing up blitzes, playing much more balls to the wall, and getting more pressure like they should have been the entire time. On offense, we had Ben Roethlisberger, 14 of 20, 221 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, not sacked. Kudos to the offensive line. Again, Ben was not sacked, and Ben was barely touched tonight. Ben was not really, was knocked down, I think, like twice. Wasn't really even pressured much today. He had time to sit back and throw. He was able to pick his battles, and the line did a nice job. As I said last week, it was the Le'Veon Bell show. This week it was the Bell and Brown show. Both guys made major impacts. They were the 1 and 2, as always. So again, Ben, conservative on 221 passing, but 14 of 20, very good pass completion percentage. 3 touchdowns and no picks is the kind of day you want from your quarterback. So big day for him. Le'Veon Bell, 13 carries for 120 yards and a touchdown on the ground. Also 4 catches for 22 more yards through the air. So Le'Veon Bell, again, touching the ball 17 times. I think he even had more than that. I think I miswrote this. But Le'Veon Bell touches the ball so often. Wound up with 100 yards total before the fourth quarter even. He's just this phenom with his cuts, pacing himself behind the line, getting out of the backfield. Now you can split him out wide. He's turning into a true wide receiver as well. The guy can just do everything. He's so dangerous as a dual threat. And our other huge threat, Antonio Brown, big night for him. 5 catches, 91 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Brown with the hat trick, 3 touchdowns, mostly all deep balls too. One was a comeback route into the end zone for a touchdown. Another was a deep over-the-head play. And then Brown scored again on a fade-style pass in the fourth quarter to ice the game. So the 4 touchdown, Bell ran 1 in for a touchdown, and then Brown caught 3. So those were our 4 touchdowns. Really good day on offense. You do want to see more guys getting involved. It can't just be the 3 Bs all the time. The receiver situation for the Steelers next year is going to be a really interesting thing to look at. I'll get into this more at the end of the season when I do reviews. But Martavis Bryant was the big breakout guy last year, and this was supposed to be his big superstar year, and he is out for the year with suspension. Marcus Whedon was supposed to have his big year last year before Bryant came in, and Whedon's been out now the entire year. You thought he was going to be a big star this year, but wound up being out with injury for most of the year as well. And then you have Darius Hayward-Bay getting hurt for pretty much the entire year. Eli Rogers has stepped it up. He's been nice. Sammy Coates had a big early part of the season, 6 catches over 40 yards in consecutive weeks, but then he has 2 broken fingers now, so besides special teams, he doesn't do much. He did have 2 targets downfield for deep balls in this game, but I wasn't able to catch either. So very interesting situation to see what happens with receivers coming into next season. Ladarius Green did get 67 yards on 2 deep catches. He was a big player down the middle of the field at tight end today. He's slowly getting back in, getting more involved. He's going to be a big addition to the offense by the end of the season. He had 2 nice catches today for deep. Eli Rogers did get a couple of catches for like about 40 yards or so. He's getting more involved in route running. He had a nice conversion tonight as well. He still needs to do a little more to get a little more involved, but he's getting better by the week on offense. Defensively, again, 1 touchdown allowed. They bent but did not break. They had a couple long drives given up, but did come up with 2 interceptions tonight, which is really good. They had 2 goal line stops, which were huge and made the big difference in the game. Lawrence Timmons led the way, 9 tackles. Played the middle of the field very well. Played some pretty good coverage. He did get beat down the middle a couple times by Dwayne Allen, but for the most part played pretty well in coverage. A lot of nice tackles, a lot of good hits. He's been reinvigorated the last couple of weeks. Big props to Lawrence Timmons. Mike Mitchell played pretty big today. I said he was huge last week. He played big again this week. The guy can't cover, but boy can he hit, man. His hits across the middle are just so menacing. Even the one that T.Y. Hilton caught tonight, Mitchell just cracked him. I mean, even the ones that the guys are actually making plays on, Mitchell's flying in there making big hits. 6 tackles today. Also got his 10th career interception to kind of seal the game, and a nice return as well. So Mike Mitchell playing consecutively well back-to-back weeks here. William Gay, one of his big games this year. He's been quiet all season, especially now playing the slot, but playing pretty well out there. He had a sack tonight as well as an interception as well in the 4th quarter, so he made a couple of nice big splash plays as well. Javon Hargrave, back-to-back games with a sack. He was in the backfield a few times, had a couple nice tackles in the middle, and got a nice big sack. 8 sacks last week for the Steelers. Followed it up this week with 4 sacks again. Very nice. Good pressure on Tolzien. 4 sacks, 2 interceptions. Nice job. Also, again, Sean Davis and Artie Burns. They get beat once in a while, and they get some penalties, but they're making plays, especially tonight. Sean Davis made a couple of plays tonight as well. He is officially starting now in Robert Golden's spot, and he's playing pretty well, so keep your eye on those rookies. Hargrave is getting better and better. Artie Burns is getting better, and Sean Davis now starting is making a lot of plays, and I see a lot of potential there. Who I don't see potential in is Ross Cockrell. I'm not a Ross Cockrell fan. He is physical at corner. I do like his physicality, and I do like that he's a ball hawk. He tends to get his hands in there and break up a lot of balls, but he got beat so many times tonight. There was one play where T.Y. Hilton had him beat by about 20 yards, and Hilton just dropped the ball. But every time that there was a big pass play on the outside, it was always to Ross Cockrell. He's just not showing me a whole lot. Gay's presence is nice, and like I said, I'm really enjoying the depth and the continued growth of Davis and Artie Burns, but I'm not liking what I'm seeing of Ross Cockrell. Hopefully, Senquez Golson will be ready to go in the next few weeks, our big rookie draft pick from last year, who hasn't played yet in 2 seasons. If he's ready to go and he plays half as well as I think he's going to, he can take Cockrell's spot, and we can sort of get rid of Cockrell at the end of the year because I don't see much in him. Also, Justin Gilbert, where are you? Again, a couple guys I want to see make more of an impact. We haven't seen much in the last couple of weeks of Jesse James making plays, or of Xavier Grimble, or of Sammy Coates. So hopefully Coates can heal, and we can get all of our tight ends involved. But again, Ben, Brown, and Bell played quintessentially well. 4 touchdowns out of those guys. Plenty of work on offense. Defense getting turnovers, getting sacks, getting more pressure, holding up in the big spots, and sealing the game off in the 4th quarter. That's what you like to see. Big win now. Pittsburgh at 6-5 has won 2 in a row. I think they're going to win all of their next 5. I said a couple weeks ago they'll be 7-for-7 in their last 7 games, and they won't lose again this year. And so far they're 2-for-2, so I feel good about that. 6-5, they are now officially a half game in the lead over Baltimore for the division. Baltimore plays Cincinnati in a big divisional game Sunday, so take a look at that. Pittsburgh now gets to rest until next Sunday. So what did you guys think of the game? Tell me down below who stood out to you. What did you guys like? What did you dislike? Tell me in the comments. Let's talk about it. Until next time, guys, it's been Football Focus. I'm Jason Burke. Again, happy Thanksgiving to you and your families. Stay blessed. Peace.